Hey y'all, if you have an amazing idea that needs a space online, look no further than Squarespace to help. They make it easier than ever to launch a passion project or a super duper idea of yours where you can showcase your work or sell us, your fancy knickknacks or whatever. Lace fronts, slides, whatever it is that you want to do. And you can have beautiful templates that are made by some of the best designers ever on your website. It's super easy to customize everything. It's really, really easy as far as website building goes. And Squarespace has 24/7 award-winning customer support if you do need help. So go to squarespace.com/read for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code READ to save 10% off of your first purchase of a website or a domain. Let them know we sent you, and let's move on.
Hey y'all, this episode is also brought to you by ThredUp. ThredUp is the world's largest online consignment and thrift store. They make it so easy to stay on trend and, more importantly, on budget, with up to 90% off top brands like Reformation, Nike, Free People, and more, all from the comfort of your own home. You never have to pay full price again, and you can shop guilt-free with ThredUp. Get an extra 30% off your first order today at thredup.com/read. That's THREDUP.com/READ for an extra 30% off today. Terms apply, but hey, go check it out. See how many cute outfits you can get, like on the way low. All right, let's start the show.
It's all because of you. I'm never sad and blue. You brighten up my day in your own special way. Whenever you're around, I'm never feeling down.
My God.
You are my trusted friend. In you I can depend. You take me away from the pain and you bring me paradise. And when I have cloudy days, you brought sunshine in my life. It never occurred to me the first time I saw your face.
God.
I would fall so deep in love that your love can't be replaced. You are my
everything.
You're my everything.
Oh my God.
Love so good, so good, so good, so good. Only you can bring it.
Only you can
You
bring.
are my, you are everything. And everything is you.
I wish y'all could see this.
You, okay.
This nigga. That was beautiful, friend.
It's just a great song.
It is,
It's
but
my
wow.
favorite of the catalog,
and
personally.
you really sold it.
I just enjoyed it so much.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, though, guys. I'm Mary J. Blige.
And I'm Khalees.
Great choice.
Thank you.
This is The Read.
That's right.
Back again for another one. Lots to discuss, so let's not waste time.
Okay.
First up, Black Excellence. First, I'm going to give a shout out to FAMU student. Shout out to FAMU.
Okay.
Elijah Rutland. Now, this is a young man that I know that you're not going to understand the reference, but I'm going to then show you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
So there is a meme that has been quite popular for a while now of the character Rolf from the cartoon Ed, Ed, and Eddie looking out of a window, but he's been changed into an African-American character. You have no idea what I'm talking about, but here it is. That's the meme.
Oh, I have seen that meme.
Of course you have.
Okay.
Because it's sickening and incredibly popular. This young man, Elijah, is the creator of that design and thus the viral meme. He just started an animation internship with Warner Brothers and is going to be working on Green Eggs and Ham, an upcoming Netflix show.
What?
That is based on the Dr. Seuss book.
Oh my God. Are you serious? All off of a meme? I love it.
Here he is,
love it.
thriving in what he can do. Apparently, this Green Eggs and Ham show is going to be narrated by Keegan-Michael Key. Daveed Diggs is going to be in it.
I'm listening.
Diane
I'm
Keaton,
watching.
Tracy Morgan,
Oh, bitch.
Jeffrey Wright.
You had me at Daveed, but girl, I'm absolutely tuning the fuck into this.
Looks like it's premiering later this fall.
Oh,
so
that is so, I really love when internet creators get like a bigger opportunity based off what they've put into the world. That is so phenomenal. Shout out to you, Elijah, for turning, probably just dicking around on the internet into a real job. Same, I can relate.
Also, one time.
Nope. Nope.
Dr. Marijuana.
That's right,
Pepsi
bitch.
Van Dyke.
And don't forget the Pepsi.
This is such a great story.
It is.
So this woman, first of all, y'all demanded, have
Absolutely.
demanded since hearing this story that this woman be Black excellence. We did the show in DC this weekend. I was doing, my Black excellence portion for that show. And someone just stood up, marijuana pets. I said, calm down, girl. You'll hear it on the show next week. So they live. Now, this woman just recently earned her PhD in higher education leadership.
Oh, shut us up.
And her dissertation is titled Black Names in White Classrooms, Teacher Behaviors and Student Perceptions. And this is a dissertation that basically is centered around people with distinctly Black names and how they are subject to stereotypes, disrespect, low academic and behavioral expectations. And I mean, with the name Marijuana
would
Pepsi,
know. She would know.
She would know. And refuses to change her name to make other people happy. White people.
Right.
And I just feel like this, it kind of reminded me of, I don't know why it did, but it reminded me of when I cried during the Blackish episode where they named Devontae.
Devontae, yeah.
Because I was just like,
yeah.
This is such an important and often overlooked topic.
Yeah.
Because you don't choose your damn name.
Right.
So the fact that people can be judged and bias can be placed on people for whatever name their mama or daddy or guardian gave them is something that I feel like is really, really important, especially Black people.
It is.
And I mean, first of all, Marijuana Pepsi, I would never change my name either. My name's Marijuana Pepsi.
I mean, that's pretty iconic, but I imagine it had to be hard growing up with teachers judging you and kids being sons of bitches. And then your siblings are fucking Robin and Kimberly.
Now that...
I'm like, God damn,
now, wait
dog.
a minute.
Robin, Kimberly, and Marijuana Pepsi? What the fuck, dog? I would have been like, Mama, Daddy, fuck was that? But
maybe
fact
they
that
had some Pepsi and got a little high the night she was conceived.
I mean,
I don't know. I didn't.
Honestly, I feel like that could also happen to me. So, I'm not mad at it. What I really love is that she took her name and the experience she had with it and turned that shit into a thesis and a whole ass PhD.
And now you have to say doctor before
That's
the
right.
marijuana.
Yeah, Marijuana Pepsi. Yeah, go on and make your jokes, nigga, but it's Dr. Marijuana Pepsi to you hoes.
That
right.
is correct on today.
Amen. That's beautiful.
Well, let's scoot along down to the pop culture section of today. Let's see what to call it.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to call it...
Oh, no.
Hot Tops Trade in America?
Yes.
That's what I got today.
Trade in America. I mean, I like it.
Trade Runner.
I haven't seen these movies, so. No, it's great.
Trade of Honor. Whatever.
Maid of Honor. Is that a Jennifer Lopez movie?
I feel like it is.
I feel like
is that
it
the
is,
one with
right?
her and Jane Fonda? No, that's Monster.
Oh, that's Monster. Oh my God. And that movie was good.
So good.
I don't know. It don't matter. Anyway.
All right. So let's talk about the BET Awards. I didn't watch them when they aired.
Of course not.
Because award shows for me, I just feel like, I'll just catch the highlights the next day. But it looks like for the most part, it was a great all over overall, show. I enjoyed most of the performances and the clips that I did see. Of course, Marseille Martin wins.
Of course.
Young Star Award and is a meme again.
Immediately.
Talent, comedy.
That reaction, little sis. I feel like you should have known you was going to win, but then also, she looked genuinely bitch, what?
Right.
It was just great. It was just a great moment.
So my favorite performance was Lizzo's.
Lizzo.
And I'm saying that ignoring Mary's, because that wasn't a performance.
No, that was
an
tribute.
experience.
Yes,
that
right.
was a moment in time.
Yes,
which we will discuss in a second.
You're right.
But yeah, Lizzo, what an undeniable talent and beauty.
It just, I'm so glad she did Truth Hurts because it's such a great song. It was perfect for this. It was perfect for the BET Awards, and it's getting Truth Hurts closer and closer to being her first entry into the Billboard Top 10. So, hashtag justice for Truth Hurts. I'm so glad that she did that. But everything about it was phenomenal. However, when that bitch turned back around with that fucking flute and started going in on you hoes,
Rihanna got on her feet.
I said, bitch, Rihanna is going in. Therefore, nobody can say anything.
How could you not?
How could you not?
To dance and rap and sing and play the goddamn flute and still be singing.
Yes. And as a fat black girl who plays the flute, I'm just like, oh my God, look at me and my people. I used to have a flute in my house right now.
That's true.
I'm like, oh my God, look at my people on stage. It was just great. I love that her dancers are thick, big, whatever word you use for those girls as well. But I just loved it. I loved every single fucking thing about that performance. It was so good.
Truth Hurts is dangerous for me because when I listen to it, I can't help but for the rest of the day scream, "You could have had a bad bitch!" Out of absolutely nowhere. It just comes out. I can't stop. And when you think about it, it applies to so much. So many of us either right now or at some point in time.
Yeah.
Have had someone that we could have said to them, "You could have had a bad bitch."
Absolutely.
But now you know.
I can name a few of them niggas.
Now you know.
Now you know.
So don't waste the opportunity in the future.
For me, it's the very opening line of why men great till they gotta be great.
Yeah, that's
the first time I heard Truth Hurts and I heard that line, I was like, okay, whoever this girl is, I'm all in. I'm all fucking in after that one line.
Yeah.
So she absolutely killed it. Cardi B and Offset opened the show.
I liked Offset's performance.
I was going to say, don't really know what Cardi was doing up there. However, the fact that Offset decided to jig, I lived.
Yeah, I'm here for niggas having choreography and making an actual effort in their rap performances.
And I know when he was younger, he was in a Whitney Houston video, which people obviously posted after that performance. I love that he was involved in the choreography and really sold it. It was great. I said, okay, Offset, more of this, more of niggas, and especially rap niggas, participating in the choreography and dancing, right? Now, your wife, Mike clearly was not live, and Cardi said herself she got 2 left feet when it come to choreography and all that, so...
She's not bad.
She's not bad, but I was just like, okay, but... Can we bring back Offset?
That shit he was doing. I actually enjoyed what he was doing.
Honestly, this was the first time that I truly enjoyed the BET Awards, top to bottom, the whole fucking show. I really loved it. And, but Mary J. Blige, are we at that point where we're going to talk about, is there anything else in the show you wanted to cover before we got to the glory that Mary was?
Loved her and YBN Cordae. Their performance literally gave me goosebumps.
Who is YB?
Lord is Coming. You didn't see hers performance?
Oh, her. Okay, I'm sorry.
And
I thought you were
Cordae.
saying her
No.
I
mean
Mary.
her, the
right.
singer.
H-E-R. Okay. Yes. No, I fucking love her. She is everything.
That performance was everything.
It was really good. And I'm really not one for spoken word. I'm usually oh girl, please throw it away, delete it. But
I feel you.
Especially after, it was the Exonerated 5 came out on stage and all that. So I was already deep in my feelings. So I was just totally here for it. I loved it.
What else? Lil Nas X seemed a little nervous to me, but I mean, one of the first few performances probably of his career. So, especially a televised award one.
Right. First performance for people over the age of 5, maybe.
Also.
Because I know he's big on the elementary school circuit.
Oh, they live.
Old Town Road has blocked Taylor Swift for the second time from a #1, and I am simply reveling in it.
Full of joy.
Bitch, I fucking love it. But Billy Ray Cyrus came out. I liked that as well. I felt like Miley was probably somewhere seething because her daddy has been so readily welcomed.
Yeah, she just got rid.
But again, because her daddy actually sticks to what the fuck he knows and doesn't play around with black music just for the fuck of it.
He was like, look, I got my guitar, tell me where to stand.
Yeah, and that's it. And I'm sure these ducats he's getting off of Old Town Road I'm sure he's very glad that he said, yes, bitch, it's for me.
No problem.
I don't know why Lil Nas X would have been nervous because it's not like his mic was on, but you know, I don't really care about his performance. I just love that song. So,
and his EP is good.
Oh, I did not know he had an EP. Okay.
Yeah, it came out like, I guess, this past weekend.
Oh, I know he has a new single, but I haven't even.
It's decent. It's like 7 songs, 8 songs or something like that. But good for him. I'm sure the kids are going to eat it up. When I looked at it, there was only one explicit icon of all of the tracks.
Did you see Tyler Perry's Icon Award speech?
Let me say this. Tyler Perry's speech highlighted basically everything I love and appreciate about him.
Yes. I agree with that.
Yeah, so I was very impassioned and excited about the things that he was saying and had to clap my hands to him because all of that stuff is true and it's amazing. I had no idea that his studio used to be a Confederate Army base.
Me either, but I mean, it's in Georgia, so of course it was.
Facts, okay? So yeah, I loved that and definitely appreciate Tyler Perry and the fact, as I've said a million times, that he has always given Black talent, Black crews, and all of that type of stuff work.
I
definitely appreciate that. Hopefully they can bring in some new writers as well.
You know, that's the thing about Tyler Perry. I have to give him his props because he is actually doing it instead of just talking about it. And he really does pay Black people what they're worth, like Taraji said. However, on the flip side of that, Taraji, I'm sorry.
Taraji was paid for acrimony.
You know, and I bet probably half the budget went to Taraji's actual salary. And I wouldn't either. Because I think, once it was all said and done, acrimony probably still net $28 million. I
think you can look it up.
Right. So the thing is, like, I am all for Tyler Perry talking his shit. I do not like what Tyler Perry puts out more often than not, but
46.4.
See, it grossed 46.4. What was the budget? 20. So yeah, made $26 million, net $26 million. You know, that's a win no matter how you look at it.
I mean,
even though acrimony probably has 2 stars on everybody's website,
wow.
3% on Rotten Tomatoes or whatever, but it don't matter.
Because still great talent, so many actors in it that I like.
Right.
And they're
just
working.
Terrible everything else.
That's
but
it.
I am all for Black people working. So,
and it's not like all of the productions are awful.
Yeah, and I have seen some criticisms of Tyler, like, he doesn't hire union writers. He fires anybody who blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know all those details.
I heard those things.
So I'm not even going to pretend to get into all that. But I think at the end of the day, even though so much of what Tyler puts out is not at all for me. And I feel like he definitely has an issue with colorism. He absolutely has an issue with like women altogether, like giving them AIDS as some sort of punishment for being sexual or owning their sexuality. Like there's so many valid criticisms of Tyler. But does he deserve an Icon Award? I think so.
Absolutely.
I think so. Even though there's so much wrong.
Yeah. there's
so
like, in terms of content, subject matter, there's a lot that can be discussed. But overall, the shit that he was talking on that fucking stage,
that was real shit.
Absolutely. Yes. And saying, that he's trying to inspire rather than being an icon is something that also is really amazing to me, because if more young Black creators can sort of follow in that line and make dope shit and put other people on and all of that stuff.
Yes.
Cool. Besides that, Regina Hall was a great host.
My God. Regina Hall. When they opened, I knew it was a Homecoming parody. I knew immediately. Right, yeah. Immediately. But bitch, it was so funny.
Yeah.
And I love that she brought out like OG ass niggas. Yeah. I love that Taraji was out for that opener. And truly, Regina is fucking hilarious. A lot of y'all did not know this.
Which,
Regina, I don't know. Because, like, have y'all not, even I have seen Scary Movie. My whole repressed ass.
Duh.
So, like, Regina is fucking hilarious and she absolutely killed it. That's why I tweeted the next day, I am rude to you, BET. And I at them niggas. I was like, usually I'm mean. But you niggas did that. Yeah. And you should be proud of yourselves. And then somebody pointed out to me later that the cast of Pose was not invited and Pose was not at all acknowledged or anything during that show. And I was like, you're right. You're right. And it don't make no sense because Billy Porter, Janet Mock, like these are two huge names, not just in Black culture, but in the global culture. Like they are important ass people. And this show is huge. Yeah. It's already been renewed for a third season. Yeah. So it's like,
I didn't even think about that.
Why hasn't BET, like they took the chance over and over to acknowledge cisgender heterosexual Black men who have been through some shit. And I'm all for that.
Yeah.
But we could have made time in that 3 hour and 30-minute show to acknowledge Pose and invite the girls. Maybe Janet Mock and Billy Porter were busy that weekend, but you could have invited the rest of the girls. And Angelica tweeted something about them not being like invited or included at all. And I'm like, who at BET is dropping the ball on this? Y'all have to include the LGBTQ community because we are
Drea
y'all.
was front and center.
Right. Fucking Drea, bitch. Like, what does that bitch even do? Sell fucking swimsuits and act like a thought on Instagram. Pose should have absolutely been acknowledged. The girls should have been invited and they should have been a part of the show. Period.
That's a good point.
BET, I don't know how y'all fucked that up. But otherwise, I truly enjoyed it. I really did. Somebody actually emailed us and was like, I feel like you only said you like the BET Awards because you Hollywood now, which...
That is the, you know
that's
what?
offensive because I am absolutely not Hollywood, Harlem Wood at best, but
gross.
But more importantly, I said that I liked the awards because I really did like the awards. I had the opportunity to be paid to tweet. And
that's
I
just
said,
a thing
no, thank
now.
you.
That's going to happen.
Whatever. But I'm like, whatever. I wanted whatever I said about BET to be genuine and not necessarily because I was paid for it or whatever else. Because
if you
would have
said something
BET
negative
so many times.
If you would have like genuinely disliked it and said something negative, somebody would have been, oh girl, BET is the only show that, or the only award show that blah, 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 blah.
It ain't no way to win.
Like,
you
suck
right.
a gooch. Like, you gotta just keep it punching.
Right, you're right. But it was just like, sis, I'm absolutely not whatever you think Hollywood is. I really enjoyed the show. Like, I truly liked it.
It's so fun.
The whole fucking thing. I had a good time. So shout out to BET. However, y'all need to do way better at making sure you include the rest of us. And one step at a time. But we need to be the next step. Thank you.
MJB, what?
I know Dustin is fucking living right now. Bitch, when Lil' Kim came out.
She looked so cute.
She did. And Method Man too, nigga.
Also looked
and
great.
Mary said, you know what? Here's the thing. I know that if there's a tribute for me, y'all gonna call one of them SoundCloud rappers. Y'all gonna bring, LMA up here or whatever. No shade to LMA, but y'all gonna bring some girls up here who can absolutely not do Mary. And really, the only bitch who can do Mary is me.
I mean...
So I'm just gonna go up there and do my own fucking tribute. And she killed it. I said, this is my fucking legend right here, man.
So, as soon as I saw those boots coming above that knee... I said it's time to party.
Lord, that makes me think of Fantasia. Fantasia also performed, did an incredible job, but she had boots on. I said she's not coming out them shoes.
Yeah.
Because what Fantasia is up in the air.
As soon as that one pump flies across the sky, I know that it's a party.
But Mary, I can't think of anyone who deserves that award or that acknowledgement more. And her tribute to herself was phenomenal. So,
sidebar, what was that intro from Puffy?
Well, I don't know.
The nigga was there, first of all. So I feel like he could have just went on the stage.
Right. Like, why was this pre-recorded? I don't know.
I was like expecting for Mary to hop out of this car. It looked like a cologne ad or something.
Oh, Lord.
He was just like, all hail the queen. Oh, hail the queen. Like all of these different shots of him standing in front of this fucking expensive ass car. And it just went on. And I'm like, okay, where's Mary at? And then it was over. I'm like, oh, I guess this was his present. Maybe he couldn't come. Jump cut to this nigga right there like in the fucking audience. Probably nodding to that intro too. Like, I did the fuck out of that.
Yeah. So I don't know. But
also,
okay.
I lived for, and this may have just been me, I don't know how many other people probably resonated or this resonated with them. During Real Love, there was a shot with Tiny and T.I. in the audience.
I saw that.
And Tiny was chewing her gum so hard. And I just felt like I want to go shopping with this woman. Like,
oh Lord,
I just lived for that moment. I don't know why. If you didn't watch it, please go find the clip and go to when you get to Real Love, look out for. She's like,
go find
Real Love.
And I felt like they panned to Tiny and T.I. on purpose because she keep putting up with his bullshit. Niggas call that Real Love. So I felt like they
Wow.
absolutely did that deliberately.
Think about
Oh, I did. I said, I know why y'all paying the tiny, because you consider women sacrificing everything to be real love.
Oof.
But anyway, an incredible show, I felt overall.
Oh, another thing, I didn't necessarily have an issue with it, or maybe I did. Opinions. Best female hip hop award
Was Cardi, right? I mean, it really should have gone to Megan, but I'm gonna let it go.
Megan and Lizzo were nominated, bitch.
I just don't like.
I'm just saying.
Here's the thing: I enjoy Cardi just like I enjoy Nicki, but
Sure.
there are some girls who are writing and performing and like putting out incredibly quality music
How many
on top
people
of that.
have you seen say it's a hot girl summer? How many?
I just
like,
said it today.
I mean, so like, okay, sure,
Yeah.
fine,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that video for that song. I don't like.
What, Press?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Press either. So I didn't even watch the video because I don't like the song.
It's they're putting the budget to good use. It looks
Okay.
very expensive.
Okay.
A lot of the shots are interesting, creative wise. You know what? I don't even think that it's that I dislike the whole video, because it's a decent video. I just don't really understand the purpose of like hers being this murderer or whatever. And there was a shot where like she's dancing with all of these women and they're all like naked, but they look like dolls because their like stuff is like blurred out or whatever.
Okay. All right.
And there's like a shot at the end where she's the only one standing and all of the other women are like dead on the ground, like in blood.
Yeah.
I think that I was slightly triggered by watching these brown women like laying down in
Yeah, I
pools
don't
of
need to see
blood.
that.
I didn't understand
I
what
don't
the
need to
purpose
see
of the
that.
dancers dying was.
Yeah.
Like kill the niggas, sure.
Ain't no
I don't know.
problem.
But something about that, I don't know. It just kind of upset me a little bit.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm just being nitpicky about it. But.
I mean, I just, like I said the first time we brought it up, I don't like Press because I know she's talking about the shade room. And I just am like, bitch, please. I don't have time for this. Press. Like, girl, okay. You sick of the shade room talking shit about you. You sick of niggas in the shade room.
Well, she just
All
went
right.
off on TMZ for
Okay, there you at TMZ as well.
for talking about her, 14 charges for this case where she had niggas go up to
Were they, like-
the strip club and put hands on those two girls that allegedly slept
Right.
with Offset.
Were they
Allegedly.
ultra disrespectful at TMZ or what? Because, girl, everybody talked about your 14 charges.
I mean, yeah. I mean, were they disrespectful? No.
Okay.
But like, I think that it's just a matter of being talked about negatively, period. Because she also said that like someone from her team had to call up there and tell them that she's not pregnant because they were getting ready to run a story that
Oh,
she's
Lord
pregnant because they
God.
heard it from a quote unquote source. Whatever. Mama's having a moment at the moment.
Yeah.
Because of these charges, there is misdemeanor, reckless endangerment, criminal solicitation, conspiracy, harassment, and assault, as well as 2 counts of felony attempted assault with intent to cause serious physical injury. Because that's what they intended. And I think that she rejected a plea deal where it was like a misdemeanor, and it was like maybe 2 of these charges are like other like separate charges. And because she was like, fuck that, and she's pleading not guilty, they're like trying to get her. But I don't know, like,
she's gonna settle,
sweetheart,
and write a check. Like, Cardi is not going to jail behind this. I truly doubt it. So
oh yeah, I doubt it
much.
too. But
You know what? I'm going to get a master's degree in fucking psychology or social work or something, just so I can counsel Cardi B personally and privately. Because I feel like what she really needs is a therapist she can trust. Because, girl, getting all riled up behind this dumb shit on the internet, sis, you are winning in real life. You are winning in real, actual, everyday meat space. Who gives a fuck what TMZ or the Shade Room has to say? Like, Cardi's energy does not need to be directed there, but whatever. I feel like they gave it to her, but I also feel like Lizzo, or even Megan, even though Megan is relatively new to like this kind of attention, Megan's raps are incredible. She writes them herself. She performs her ass off. She looks great. Lizzo, exact same thing.
they're literally eating it up right now.
Yeah.
But
They are.
I'm fine.
But whatever. You
Yeah.
know, Cardi, whatever. I don't really care about who got that award, but yeah, it ended up the way it ended up.
Speaking of rap girls, CEO of QC, of Quality Control Music, alleges that JT will be home in the next 90 days, he said during an interview. I'll believe it when I see it. I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
You know, love JT.
That reminds me that pregnant Ash Risha performed at the BET Awards as well.
Did she?
For all of 45 seconds.
I didn't see that.
She did like one verse of one song, and then the camera panned to somebody else, and that was that.
Did she?
And I was like, so Q just made her ass get out there is what I'm getting from this. Q was like, bitch, I don't care if you're pregnant. You're getting your ass on stage.
Did she look like she could have had a V8 as she often does?
She looked and sounded like she did not want to be there. So you take that as you want to.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, good luck to the city girls and to the city. Also, in terms of women in rap, you brought Queen Radio back.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I love it. It's so good.
Wish you hadn't.
Hot garbage that I love.
Here we are. Anyway, today.
You're welcome, all of y'all out there.
So Nicki Minaj has returned to your sound waves and things like that because she's got a single to promote. Megatron finally came out. We did surmise that it is the Filthy Rhythm, which is, I think, probably most known for songs like Heads High by Mr. Vegas. This is the sample that I was trying to place last week, I believe.
Hallelujah.
Love the song, hate the video. I don't even hate the video. I just don't really like it. It's just like, I don't hate it. I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You really love this nigga and you're very pretty. It's like, and
that's how I took that.
And you're from the islands.
There you go. That's it.
Sure. You know, like, okay.
Right.
But yeah, I do like the song. It might have a lot to do with me being, you know, Jamaican American. I think that it seems like the song kind of got mixed reception because it's like a lot of people either really like it or like don't like it. I didn't really see many people who are like in the middle.
I'm solidly in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, I will listen to it. It's fine. It's not like, oh my God, cut this shit off like fucking Starships. But
Grand Piano.
I cannot. Or, oh God, Grand Piano is the name which we do not speak. Okay, God damn. But Megatron is perfectly like listenable. But will I like go seek it out? No.
So yeah, the song's cool. She went up to her booth that they probably have for, I feel like they just have a room in there that's Nicki's.
Of course.
And did her Queen Radio thing with her new management.
Oh, that was so much. Queen Radio, I know you didn't listen to it, but it was so
I popped in for like maybe 10 minutes.
I mean,
because I heard she was calling white people Perdue chickens. So I was like, oh, totes.
She did do that. She went in and she said, like, Miley know all she did was suck dick or whatever. Like, she was talking about whoever dick Mike Will or whoever dick Miley was sucking in the studio.
Yep,
and I'm like, oh my God, girl.
She said Perdue chickens can never talk shit about queens. She disrespected me in a magazine article for no reason. I had just seen her. I don't know why.
Because that's how she talks.
I had just seen her after she sucked Mike Will's dick in the studio. Fine. You guys, so I guess this is supposed to be in response to some song that Miley Cyrus put out on her new album where she likes nigga music again. And she says something like, I love you, Nicki, but I listen to Cardi. Yeah. And just
like, you could have just not done
wildly
that.
Unnecessary. Like, we don't even care,
we
girl.
do not care.
None of us give a shit. What were you attempting to do with this?
We do not care, sister. And how about that? But, I don't know. I don't really feel strongly about it one way or the other, but I listen to Queen Radio. You know, I love Queen Radio. The interview with Black China was wretched.
So that's where I came in.
Yeah, that literally was really bad.
The very first thing I heard when I clicked on was the beginning of Black China's interview. Yeah. And I thought to myself, okay, why? You know, I know Black China has a reality show coming on that like that Zeus network.
Yeah, something I've never really heard of.
And so I'm like, okay, she's probably trying to promote that or whatever. Do I really need to hear Nicki Minaj talk to her about it? No. Like, I feel like,
and they didn't really talk about it. Like, as soon as she came out, she was like, yeah, this docuseries coming out.
I was like, cool.
And then after that, it was like, so do you think about me when you play with your pussy?
Literally.
Like, what?
Do you think that people would want to see us in a threesome?
No, girl, we do not want to hear y'all clacking together. Like them fucking plastic toys.
Do you think we would be the baddest lesbian couple of all time? Gunshot, gunshot, gunshot.
No, because neither one of you bitches is a lesbian.
And
Probably
I'm just
not
like,
even bi.
What is... Oh, I fully believe that Angela will munchbox.
Oh, absolutely.
Not Onika, but I fully believe that Black China is a top.
Listen, Nikki knew to cut that shit off when Trina came on the air, and that's all that mattered. Trina is a better interview than China. China gives one-word answers and leaves a lot of dead air, which is just anybody who is... I don't even think you have to have media training to know that, like, when you're being interviewed, you should give an answer and then, like, something else. It's not just like yes or no, girl. But part of that is also on the interviewer.
I had to look back at the computer and make sure I wasn't glitching or my Wi-Fi went out. I was like, oh, she's just not saying nothing.
It was a mess. It was like a total 180 between China and Trina.
I mean, because respect, first of all.
Right, respect,
Icon, album out now, The One. Make sure that you have it. It's imperative for the summer.
Right.
My girl gave you everything. There's sex music. There's weed music. There's fuck that nigga music. There's shake that ass music.
Listen.
I mean.
And I love Baps. I love the song with Nicki.
It's great.
I love it.
Yes.
So I thought it was so great for them to be in the studio together. But then they played that Fuck, Marry, Kill game.
Oh.
The very first question that Nicki asked her was, fuck, marry, kill Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian. And she said, fuck Kylie, marry Kim, and kill Khloe. Trina was like, and kill Khloe. And I was like, ooh, wee.
She doesn't give a fuck.
That was the moment I remember that Khloe had fucked around with French Montana, but then somebody tweeted me and was like, bitch, and James Harden, do not forget, 2 of Trina's niggas.
So all of this hullabaloo that you and the rest of the clan are trying to do.
Talking all this big shit about Jordan Woods and some new clip.
I'm buying whatever Jordan's selling.
Period. I'm getting all them fucking lashes and shit.
I don't give a fuck.
Boo-boo collection. I'm getting all that cheap shit. Because
fuck y'all.
I'm sorry, because fuck y'all. Kim Kardashian in an interview or whatever for this fucking reality show talking to Kylie and her sisters on like a group phone call talking about, when you know she feeds her whole family off of what you did for her, Kylie. And it's like,
and you feed your whole family over what Ray J did for you.
Okay, you know what? That's really everything I was gonna say. That sums it all up. So
we don't care.
We don't care.
We don't care.
I actually don't believe Jordan even did anything wrong, but what really meant, like, I don't care if Jordan fucked and sucked your man in front of everybody on YouTube Live. You hoes deserve it. Because all of you hoes is guilty of the same shit. So I literally do not care.
Tinashe running around clubs with a straight razor. We're tired of you.
Well,
like, we're done. We're over it.
And that's it.
Keep it. But yes, Katrina Taylor, legitimate icon. Nikki lives. She stands.
Yep.
And the album's fantastic. Make sure you get it. Queen Radio, on the other hand, wow.
I love it. High quality programming. I love it.
Never short of entertaining. The few 10 minutes that I caught were not. Unfortunately, I was late to the game. Because once she asked Mama if she touches her clit when she thinks about the doll, I was like, nope, I'm finished.
It was too much.
I'm good. I don't need any more of this.
That's right.
But there were definitely lots of other hot takes. Apparently, she's got a marriage license for her and this new nigga.
She said that over and over and over.
She said it multiple times. Oh, okay.
That the license has been procured and they just need to go pick it up. So I'm not sure if that means they asked, because you only have a certain amount of time between when you get it and when you have to like sign it and file it with the state.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that means the lawyers picked it up or if they just requested it and they need to go get it. But I personally, me and my third eye, I get the feeling Nicki Minaj is pregnant.
A lot of people are saying this.
She denied it. She denied it on Queen Radio over and over. Like, and Trina was like, let me look at this bitch stomach. Like, Trina was making it like very clear, like, I'm looking, bitch. But I think she is, because when she first got in the studio, she was talking about how she wanted a drink, and dude was like, offering her whatever liquor, and she was like, not liquor, juice or soda. And I didn't think nothing of it at first. Like, she probably just don't want to be fucked up at work. But she kept bringing up this marriage thing. She kept bringing up how she wants to have kids. And and the fact that she's not going to be on Chris Brown's tour anymore. She's not doing the U.S. leg of Queen anymore.
Oh, she's not?
She's not. So
oh my God, how are the Barbs handling that?
I think they're handling just fine, because we all want that Queen era to be over. But I feel like Nicki I do think she's either pregnant or like going to be pregnant very, very soon.
Maybe
So-
maybe she's not pregnant right now, but she knows that she wants to work on it.
Right. I just hope she gets I hope she signs a prenup. I'm sure her new white manager will have her on top of her shit.
You told me that Travis Scott's manager is managing her.
Yes, and she said, so I don't know why y'all not listening to Queen Radio. Y'all need to. But quit bullshitting. You know you love it. But she she was like, this is my first time walking back cocksucker of the day. I can't do her accent. But she was like, basically she's walking it back for the first time. And of course she had clowned them when the whole thing came out, blaming
Baby Stormy.
There you go.
Yeah. Iconic day.
I need that shit. I need it.
Iconic day.
So she was like, this is my first time walking it back. And then she was like, I don't take a lot of calls. A lot of people want to manage me. I don't do all that. But, this white man called and I was like, sure. And I said, so he really called you and said, give it the winning team. Ho.
Exactly.
And you was like, okay.
Right.
And I'm not mad at that. You fired all your niggas and was like, I need to be going platinum. And if that means, selling energy drinks and albums, if that means selling t-shirts and albums, Stormy's pacifying albums, it don't matter, but I need to be number one.
What you need to do is come over here.
Yep. I feel like that's what that white man said. And he was on the show very briefly. Like he was on probably 10, 15 minutes at the absolute most. He was on a phone call, but he stanned the entire time. He gave her nothing but compliments, which I'm sure was absolutely necessary for her to even consider taking the call. But, I don't, whatever Nikki's management is, good luck to that bitch. I just want good music from you. That's literally it.
Nigga, Pamela Anderson is on the Hills reboot.
Okay, I'm not looking at that.
This is just like an ad on the side of this page of this story I'm about to read. Nigga, okay, I am in. Like, what? I knew that like Justin Bobby and some of the other girls that aren't Lauren are on there. So I was like, without Conrad, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't look at all
Pam Anderson. This literally says Pamela Anderson saged her son's crotch on the Hills, and it was amazing. My DVR said.
I'm not
all right.
No, I'm not looking at that.
So Tierra Marie was arrested for driving drunk, allegedly, and driving on 3 good tires. Because her front right tire or something was busted out.
This is not funny because she was clearly fucked up.
Right.
And, like, driving drunk, you could easily kill other people.
It says that she was easily spotted because there were sparks flying from the tire. Like,
that's what made me laugh. The thought that this bitch probably hit something, had a flat,
and just kept
and then
going.
was like, I'm gonna just keep. What's wrong with this road? Oh my god, LA, no, they need to fix these potholes. Like, bitch, no, it's you.
Well,
bitch.
it looks like the 4th of July.
LAPD is like,
whoop, whoop. Like, the one joke I think I told is I know.
Oh, God.
I know the cop had to come and, knock on her window. She rolled it down, and they were just like,
so,
bitch,
we all know
that you have 3 tires?
No, she do not know that. And I feel like she was just like, I feel like they were like, you know what, ma'am, just go ahead and step out the vehicle. We all know you're not finna pass no sobriety test. But it is sad because we know that Tierra Marie has struggled with alcohol addiction before.
Right, that's what I was going to say.
She went to rehab on the show. So, this is a real life situation where it's like, I don't really want to laugh. It's funny because she was driving on 3 wheels.
That's like the only comedic part of it.
The visual is funny, but the fact that she could have killed
got yourself killed, got someone else killed, both. Like, come on now. We have Uber, we've got Lyft.
Yeah, and
it's
I
just
can't
not
even
worth
say,
it.
I'm not even the type of bitch who can be like, I've never driven drunk before because I absolutely
Me neither.
have. Like,
same.
I ain't shit for that, but I also could have killed myself or other people. And
Absolutely.
It's fucked up. Like, you simply should not. And that was before Uber and all that.
Yeah, same.
If Uber existed back then, I would have never driven drunk.
Absolutely not.
But it's not, there's no excuse for that either way. So I hope Tierra Marie gets the help she needs because when you drinking like that, it's because there's something deeper going on emotionally, not because you just want to party.
They said that they found an open can of Four Loko in the car, and that's it.
Four
So
Loko?
she really didn't give a fuck.
Oh, goddamn.
I didn't even know they still sell that
bottom,
bullshit.
right? I thought that shit was banned because they had gasoline in it.
It's banned in a lot of places.
Oh,
Four
my
Loko,
God.
and they found an unsealed bottle of Kettle One in the car.
Oh, no, I don't like this.
Girl, Tierra, I hope you all good. I mean, I don't know, whatever, all the memes and shit in the back and
fuck
forth
the
with 50
entirety of
Cent.
that.
I don't know what the stress may be if it's there, but honey, nah. We can't be doing that. Hope you're good. Carmelo Anthony is dodging some new cheating rumors because some paparazzi photos of him on a yacht with some woman in a bikini that is not Lala were seen and posted over the past few days, maybe yesterday or so.
Yeah, I saw those pictures.
So he hopped on the gram to let y'all know that you need to leave him alone and stop making up stuff. He was on a business retreat. That woman is married.
Oh, Chile.
And her husband was allegedly there. And, you know, now he got to go and talk to his wife and his, you know, his son. Like, y'all making stuff hard for his family. I thought to myself, so wait a minute. You were on this yacht, on a business retreat with this man and her husband. I mean, this man and his wife.
Right.
In this bikini and stuff. And Lala just didn't know that you was going to be on the yacht.
Right. I almost wish he hadn't made a statement at all because I assumed that he and Lala had an understanding. Where she was like, I'm not leaving. I'm just going to spend your money and fuck around out here. And he was like, cool.
Because her hair is done every time.
All the time, okay?
I see her, honey.
She stays on top of them surgeries, okay,
New
bitch?
bag, new shoes.
And that's it. So I just assumed that the two of them had reached an agreement and that was that. But maybe not based off this explanation.
Right.
It's just...
The explanation definitely made it worse to me.
Right. It did not look good at all. Because where is this woman's husband if... he's there? Like, why is it the two of you in these photos?
Like, if this is a lie, you should have just lied to her. Not, because now.
But I don't think Lala expected Carmelo Anthony to be faithful to her. Not after, you know, the whole baby thing. And I know people are mad at Lala. Something came out on Facebook, which, so you know, may or may not be true, about Lala is the reason that Carmelo don't have a relationship with his daughter and the little girl looks just like him and all this. And
what?
It's like... Right. First of all, even if that's true, it's not Lala's fault Carmelo don't have a relationship with his child.
Right. Because
if she said you can either be with me or be a daddy to your little girl, it was on him to be like, I'm going to be a daddy to my little girl. Fuck you.
Absolutely.
And divorce her. Like, that was absolutely on him. So if he agreed to not be a father so that he could stay married to Lala, then he's a piece of shit. Like, absolutely. You're just a fucking garbage ass man. Like, that is trash. So I don't blame her for that. But, you know, I also don't even know if that's true because niggas will make up anything on Facebook. Anything.
Fucking thing. And
anything.
Believe it.
Yes. So who knows if it's true or not?
Last but not least, speaking of like situations and agreements, Willow Smith is making headlines after the latest Red Table Talk.
Did you see Gammy?
Absolutely. She was beside herself. She's
Gammy
like, look, I'm cool with this Red Table Talk shit, but y'all are absolutely bugging on today. I don't know what the fuck y'all
said,
getting.
oh, that polyamory? Oh, no, baby. Get that the fuck on round from me. No. A quadruple? Oh, no, child. Grammy was not here for none of y'all new age bullshit.
Into it at all.
Willow was like, well, how would you feel if I was in a thruple or a quadruple? Or Jada asked her that. And she was like, I would not be excited.
I don't know. I don't know how I would feel about that.
You know, and so the question was asked of Jada and Grammy if they would be into a thruple or thruple. And of course, Jada's like, hell yeah, because, you know, the rumors about her and Will have been going on for years. But Gammy was quick to be like, hell no, bitch, don't know who the fuck you think you're talking
Not
to.
for me.
And not today, bitch. So I really loved it. But I'm not surprised that Willow is one of these new age hippie ass kids who's into polyamory.
She says, I love men and women equally. And so I would definitely want one man, one woman.
Wow.
I'm not the kind of person that is consistently looking for new sexual experiences. I focus a lot on the emotional connection. And I feel like if I were to find two people of the different genders that I really connected with, and we had a romantic and sexual connection, I don't feel like I would feel the need to try and go find more. So yeah, I'm all for, you know, kids or the younger generation being at least open to figure out whatever is going on. Because unfortunately, so many people still believe that sexuality is like this assigned thing that is just like unmoved. And it's just, if you're a guy, you like women, You know, if you're a woman, you like guys, and if that isn't you, you're defective.
Right.
And that's just literally not how sexuality works.
It is
never
not.
has been, never will be.
It is not.
So I'm at least, much like many things in the world, I'm happy to see that this generation of kids is like, you know what? Fuck what you older bitches is talking about. I'm gonna do me because y'all are fucking crazy.
All you niggas are fucking depressed, and I don't care what the fuck y'all have to say about
I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
I honestly feel the same way as Willow. I don't know if I'm gonna end up with somebody or somebodies, and I don't know what those people's gender might be. I'm very much like, if we have an emotional connection, then that matters much more than whatever your gender is or gender presentation and all that shit. So I totally feel her, but when I say Gammy was not having none of that bullshit.
She looked like she wanted she wanted someone to bring her a shot of Hennessy.
I loved it.
Yeah. She was like, all right.
Just so you know, I'm not here for none of that shit.
We talk about a lot of new age shit on this fucking shit here.
But I
don't know about this.
Y'all got me fucked up.
No, girls.
Shout out to Gammy. Oh, the realest.
They're just so beautiful. I love her.
I love her. Yes. And I mean, honestly, what Gammy is probably like in her 60s, looks phenomenal, utterly snatched, younger than me. So
I mean,
yeah, that's really it.
You can have what you want, sis.
Right. I really don't care. Oh, y'all into polyamory? Okay. And I got one nigga. And one nigga got me. And that's it.
There we are. Here we are on today. Well, that's it for the Hot Tops Trade in America section of the show. We're going to take a really quick break and then we'll come back. So let's talk about your health and wellness a bit. Care of. They're a subscription service that delivers vitamins and supplements customized for your specific health needs. They are very important and pretty much a savior to me at the moment because I'm definitely in the my knees hurt section of life.
Oh, Lord.
Just take a short quiz and answer questions about your diet, lifestyle, fitness, and health goals. And Care of will put together a personalized plan that's just for you. You can upgrade your health routine this summer and make health and wellness a priority with Care of. Their fun online quiz takes only 5 minutes to find out your personal scientifically backed vitamin and supplement recommendations. Then Care of delivers daily vitamin and supplement packs, all customized to your recommendations, so you're only taking what you really need. It's so customized, the packets even say your name on them.
Yes.
Okay, so nobody at your work or home can act like they didn't know what time it was. Care of also offers protein powders available in individual on-the-go packets for you real fitness gym queens.
That's right.
And the individually wrapped packets are now made from compostable, plant-based film. So your vitamins are kept fresh and are better for the environment.
Which, it just matters so much to those of us who are like, wow, the earth is burning.
And we have like very little time left.
You got 3 years to get it together or the earth is going to evaporate. What's up?
What do you want to do about it?
I love Care of. I have my little personalized Care of vitamins with my name on them delivered straight to me. They're in daily packs, so you don't have to like measure shit out or all that. It's very convenient, super dope. You can get 25%, not 25 cents, girl, 25%,
okay,
girl, off your first Care of order. All you got to do is go to takecareof.com and enter promo code READ. That's takecareof.com, promo code READ to get 25% off your first order. Let them know Kid Fury and Crystal sent you. Let's get back to the show.
All right, we are back, and you could have had a bad bitch.
Non-committal.
Let's read some of your letters.
All right. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may just read them aloud on the show. This first letter comes from Maricela.
Oh, I love it.
I made that up.
Oh, cute.
She says, my best friend and I have been friends for almost our entire lifetime. We've been there for each other through every heartbreak, etc. But lately she's been giving me some real shade towards my relationship. It all started when she wanted to plan a getaway for her birthday last year. When she hit me up with the details, I told her that I wouldn't be able to make it because my boyfriend had already surprised me with a vacation to Colorado that was booked and paid for. She was upset and said something along the lines of, well, I guess you only have time and money for your man now. Oof. Not once did she show excitement for me or sound happy that I was traveling and exploring new things with the love of my life.
You could have went out with a bad bitch.
The second event occurred when we were trying to plan our monthly girls' night. The weekend that I was available, she was not. And the weekend she was available, I wasn't, because my boyfriend and I had a mini weekend getaway planned, something that was put into motion weeks before and was already planned out. Again, she threw hella shade and had the same energy as the first time. Not once did she express that she was happy for me or excited for me.
She ain't.
Last weekend, she sent me a link for a vacation she wants to take and says she needs to get said she needs to get away and wants to go with me. When she mentioned the dates, I explained to her that my boyfriend and I have a trip to Europe planned for those days. Her exact words were, "Y'all are unbelievable. Every month is some shit. Guess friends don't matter anymore, and now that your man is around." It's extremely upsetting that someone who is supposed to be my best friend never seems happy for me being able to travel the world with someone I have a healthy relationship and am very happily in love with. Girl, do you guys think I'm being a neglectful friend? Is my best friend being a hater? What do you think? And what do you suggest I do in this situation? Thanks again, Maricela.
I stand for your friend. I live personally. I mean, after like 3, 4, 5 goddamn attempts for us to link up again, and each and every time, oh, my nigga, I gotta go. And, you know, we are really in the mood for some Dairy Queen. And I'm so sorry. The dates. Like, at some point, when are you gonna go to the boyfriend and be like, hey, so I can't, I haven't hung out with my friend in a minute. Like, let's rearrange this, or like, let's switch the plans up so that we could link up with my friend. Like, come on. Like 1 or 2 times where, it just so happens that you already had plans with this nigga, cool. But you and she both know at this point that you have gone out with a nigga or put the nigga before the relationship that you have with your friend. Yeah. And it sounds like a very good friend that you've been friends with for a while. So personally, I would feel too bad to be like, nah, girl, sorry again, dick so bomb and just can't wait to see the Eiffel Tower. Like, nah, friendship is just as important a relationship as any other one, in my opinion. Yeah. Let me say rather,
probably more important, honestly,
that it's just as important to tend to those relationships and to be good and, considerate and stuff like that, because otherwise, why?
Right.
But I just feel like there has to be a point where you see where she's coming from. Like, she's not necessarily bugging.
Right.
And
So, like, I kind of get the whole girls' night thing where it's like a monthly thing where y'all kick it and the weekends don't match up, or some random vacation she wants to take and y'all already have it planned. But you said the first instance was that she wanted to plan a getaway for her birthday and your man had already paid for a vacation for y'all. What I don't understand is why you as a friend didn't say, hey, my best friend's birthday is during that time. I cannot go on a vacation. Let's go some other time. Like, it seems to me, and I know that you are happy with your man and he's great and you're so in love, but girl, the fact that you scheduled a vacation during your best friend's birthday is really fucked up. It's fucked up. And so no wonder her feelings are hurt, you know? And now every other time she tries to kick it with you doing something with your fucking man. Like, at what point do you tell your man, hey, you have to sacrifice so that I can kick it with my friends?
Thank you.
When does that happen? Because you've given us 3 different scenarios where you told her my man is more important.
God forbid that you break up with this nigga. You need somebody to talk to about it, because you know who not to.
Girl, because you're going to be running to that bitch and she's going to be like, oh, are you not with your man? Oh, where's Darren?
When I tell you I'll give you a Dorothy Zbornak slam door to the face, like, stay right on the porch, bitch. Yeah. Because I don't have nothing to say to you.
I would just be so, like, annoyed with you, honestly, because... of course, weekends are not always going to match up. I make plans with my friends all the time. Some shit comes up. Yeah. It's fine. But if like you're my best friend, like you said this girl is, and she scheduled a getaway during my birthday with her man, I would feel a way about that. I would feel like, really, girl? And I understand it's paid for and y'all can't cancel and all that other bullshit. But bitch, it's my fucking birthday. Why would you do that to me?
3, 4 goddamn trips with this nigga already. When are you going to sacrifice something for your best friend?
I don't understand. I don't understand that. So I think what you need to do is maybe tell your man, hey, I know we have a vacation planned for Europe during that time, but such and such really wants to go on a vacation for her birthday. So how about we go to Europe, 3 or 4 weeks later so I can kick it with her, because I don't want her to feel like I'm neglecting her for this relationship.
Damn.
Something like that. Because, Absolutely. Bitch, you already missed her fucking birthday. You scheduled something with your man during her birthday. Girl, that's fucked up. Like, don't do that to her.
Come on, she has reason to be aggravated with you. And you would probably be in your feelings if she just stopped reaching out to you and started going on trips with everybody else. So you see her on the gram smiling ear to ear like the fucking Grinch and not giving a fuck about you, bitch. Like,
yeah.
You know, when you do have the time and mama is out and fucking Waikiki or wherever and didn't invite your motherfucking ass.
Right.
And then you feel some kind of way.
You're going to be hurt that you didn't get the invite. But like, girl, why invite you when all you ever do is say,
clearly,
no, I'm with my man.
Every time you with your man, okay, Beyonce, nothing out there for me. Clearly you want to stay where you at.
Right.
Cool.
So, you know, I just suggest you find the balance between loving your man and you know, just having a great time with him and all that, and maintaining the friendships and the relationships you already have, because those are incredibly important. And again, like, girl, during her fucking birthday, like, come on, sis. You can't do people like that and expect them to be totally okay with it. So I feel like both of you have room to like get to a middle ground, but you especially need to. If I scheduled a trip during my friend's birthday, I would be trying to do my best friend's birthday.
I was literally just
I would be trying to do something special for her before I left.
I was literally just going to say that.
I would be planning something huge for her. Like, because I missed my fucking best friend's birthday.
Like, come on. Like, you missed her birthday to go and be with a nigga, and you didn't be like, girl, let's do like a quick brunch or something. You didn't even
offer an alternative. But however, you know, brunch is on me and da-da-da or what. Like, you didn't. You were just like, too bad, bitch, right?
Do you like her ass? Like, what the fuck?
Good luck to y'all, though. I'm sure you can work it out. Our next letter comes from Roberto, who says, my partner and I decided to move in together a year ago. Things have been going well. We both work 9 to 5 and make enough to pay the rent each month and save a little money.
Okay.
However, my partner is not happy with the amount of money they make, and they are always talking about getting another job. Recently, they told me they're interested in doing sex work in indoor parlors and selling their nudes for money. Okay. My initial reaction was shock, and I didn't know how to respond. After doing more research on the subject, I learned more about sex workers, and it also left me very confused in regards to my partner's wants. I have nothing against sex work, and I now know the complicated history with marginalized women, especially trans women in the community who only survive because of sex work. True. I grew up pretty conservative and feel uncomfortable with the idea of my partner doing sex work because to me, we aren't in a life or death situation and are saving money, and there are plenty of other jobs that pay well. My partner insists that this is what they want to do, and they don't care if it makes me uncomfortable. I respect their decision, but I can't seem to get past this. Should I move on from this relationship and let this person live their life how they want, or am I being too dramatic? Thanks, love, Roberto.
I mean, I feel like, Roberto, I would say if you are coming to them with a job in hand, you know, like if you're bringing opportunity to the table, then maybe, you know, I can't say that it is illogical to feel some kind of way about your partner sharing their nudes online. I think that it is probably, I would take it a lot better than them having actual sex with other people.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like you did make the attempt to try and get an understanding of it, but I think that you're still passing judgment, or you still sort of have like a difficulty wrapping your mind around it because of how close it is to home.
Right.
But like, you know, you're saying how there are lots of other jobs out here and things like that, but discrimination, especially towards transgender people, is a real ass legitimate to this day thing. I just feel like, again, unless you are like, hey, boo, so I know such and such and they're ready to hire you or whatever. Like, if you're going to bring an opportunity to the table, then I feel like, okay.
Yeah.
But if you got a shrug just like they got a shrug, I don't really know.
Right.
I mean, you're free to break up with the person if you just cannot handle it, and maybe they'll understand, but I don't know. Right.
So I think if you really can't get past it, then you need to let this person go. Mm-hmm. But maybe it's just me in my old age and being like this ultra liberal who lives up north and all this, but I don't really care if my partner wants to sell nudes online.
I don't think I would care either.
That don't mean nothing to me. Or you want to sell videos of you jacking off or playing with yourself or whatever. I do not care.
I don't think so.
It may be more difficult for me if you were doing actual porn.
Right.
That may be harder for me to accept, but this, I feel like I would be like, look, get your fucking money. Bitch, you gonna make $300 in 2 hours off of these dumbass niggas? Hell yeah. Because, bitch, that's my money to go to Red Lobster, okay? I would be all for that shit. So if I were you, I would try to get the hell over it because it seems like you don't have any other issues in this relationship. But if you're at the point where you're like, no, in my heart of hearts, I'm way too conservative and I can't handle this, then yes, let your partner go and let them flourish on their own. I just don't. The whole, I'm conservative and I feel like we're doing good enough so you don't have to resort to sex work. Sex work isn't always a resort to profession. Some people really revel in their sexuality and they love getting paid for doing what they feel anyway. Yeah. So love
being, the thought of people enjoying whatever their expression, their sexual expression or display is. So it may not even be a resort thing. Maybe, this person actually has options and is like, you know what? I actually really love my nude body and I'm going to do that.
And it sounds like you're saying your partner is a trans woman, and I can only imagine the struggles she's facing, if that's true, in her everyday life, like trying to work in corporate with, one presentation and maybe a different name than what she goes by, and people asking ridiculous questions and being rude or whatever else.
Right. That's another thing I wasn't even thinking of. Right. Like just being in the workspace comfortably.
Being in the workspace comfortably is so difficult for trans people, especially trans people who haven't had, everything done to where it looks like they totally assimilate in society. Everybody's not an angel. Some of us are mother. And like mother said a couple of weeks ago, bitch, you're lucky because you passed, but I don't. So enjoy your privilege, but it's not like that for me. So I think you are just going to kind of have to let your girlfriend take the lead here. Whatever she feels good and comfortable with doing, you kind of have to adjust.
Let's not assume.
Well, the subject says sex worker girlfriend.
Oh,
but Roberto uses they pronouns for this partner, but I'm assuming she's a trans woman because you said now you understand how trans women have used sex work to survive.
Okay.
So I would just let it go. Maybe she's fucking miserable at work because everybody is constantly clocking her or being disrespectful, right? And she just wants to make money at home. Shit. I would let it go, but if you can't, then let her go because she deserves to not have to
let
stress
her find
out.
a person who's going to be like, let it all hang out.
Yes.
I'm cool.
100%. Okay. I need a fake name for a woman.
Beauticia.
Beauticia says, hey y'all, some mess popped up after I left your live show in DC. I Ubered home to call it a night, and my Uber driver was really cute, and we got into a great conversation. He's a second-generation Nigerian, and I told him I've never had Nigerian food. He said, I hope this isn't out of line, but I could take you to get some. He's cute, and I'm trying to be more open, so I said sure. Normally, I date lawyers because this is DC, but they've all been trash, and a sweet guy who drives Uber full-time might be a refreshing change of pace. He texted me to ask about dinner. I told him it's better to go when I get back from vacation. I always look niggas up after I meet them. I did my Google and Instagram search, and I'm 98% sure this man has a kid on the way. At first, I wasn't sure because his name could be the John Smith of Nigeria, but his first name is extremely Western, so I doubt it. I found his Instagram, and the bio said soon to be dad, and also mentioned a football team that does not have a big fan base in DC. I saw a baby registry pop up with his name, and when I looked up the mom on Instagram, she's posted the ultrasound and says she's so happy to experience this with the love of her life.
So did you say that you have reason to believe? Because
when I asked him if he had an Instagram, he said that he didn't, but I moved the conversation to sports, and he's a fan of the same football team that's listed in this Instagram bio. Mm-hmm. Also, I could see the name of the health center on the ultrasound, and it's in the same Virginia suburb where he lives.
Let me tell you something. SVU.
I have decided to try to have fufu with somebody else. I don't do this mess, and there are plenty of other niggas.
Detective work.
Break up with him doesn't even apply here because he's a stranger. The real question is, should I ghost this man? Should I ghost him and then block him? Should I present him and or his baby mama with the screenshots of this encounter?
Wait.
I feel bad for her because he should be rubbing her feet instead of texting me and asking me what kind of dates I like to go on and talking about the vibe we had.
What?
I also don't want to let drama into my life. And he knows the neighborhood I live in because he dropped me off. I watch a lot of Investigation Discovery, so I don't play these games.
Same.
Thanks. Me too, sis. I had to cut that shit off,
I'm just
actually.
telling you.
Thanks. And I love the show. What name did you give her? Beauticious?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Beauticious.
I mean, she know the nigga blood type and everything.
Right. So,
Come on.
my thing is, if you
Stabler.
did your Instagram and your Googles and you feel like this is this man, but he's lying about it, I would just confront him about it. Maybe that's just me. I love confrontation, though.
I don't know why you care.
Damn, that's a good question.
I mean,
Why do you care?
First of all, are we not assuming that he is like in a relationship with whoever it is that's having his baby?
I think she is assuming that he's in a relationship and just out here fucking around with other girls.
Like, you don't know what their actual connection is. They could have broken up, but they're excited that they're having a baby. They could have, he could be someone who homegirl was like, I really want to get pregnant. And hey, do you mind being a baby daddy that I'm not in a relationship with? Like, you don't know what their thing is. There's a whole lot of people out here expecting kids that are single as fuck.
Yes.
So it doesn't really have so much bearing on if you want to go and have a good time. Would I like seriously be taking this nigga serious as a like possible partner for me and my future white picket fence child dog? Not right now.
Child dog.
Like, I would not be doing that at the moment, but bitch, you could still go and get you some good Nigerian food and flirt. Like, what's the problem?
You know, I totally agree with that. You could do that, but I'm the type of person who likes answers, especially when I'm suspicious about something.
Ask over the
So I
Nigerian
would just straight
food.
up be like, so what is this? This your baby or not? Like, be real with me, nigga. I don't believe, not that I don't believe in ghosting, but I don't do ghosting. I don't ghost people because I would not want to be ghosted.
That is so fair.
Unless it is like some situation where we literally never had any intention. Like you kind of pressured me into my number or whatever.
If you're being a weirdo.
Right. Yeah. That's different.
Totally.
But if we have had conversations, I'm not going to ghost you.
I would probably, because he hasn't said anything to you about expecting a baby or having kids, I would on a date over some delicious night, because at the end of the day, you need to get this food. Like that, I think like that's kind of the bottom line here. Like you haven't had Nigerian food. What the fuck is your problem? So I would ask him over dinner, like, so do you have kids? And see what he says. Expecting any kids?
Lord.
And if he lies, be like, okay, so you know I Googled you. Like your
shit.
Instagram page says you
Damn.
have a kid coming. Then take a bite and give him an Olivia Pope-like look and see what he says back. Because at the end of the day, then if he like is upset about the fact that you know that he has a baby on the way, then fuck that nigga. At least you got the dinner and you can go about your business.
Yeah.
I just don't think that you're in a position right now with this man to give a fuck about him possibly having a kid or not telling you that he has kids or whatever.
Right.
You ain't got to raise the motherfucker.
Exactly.
And you're not in a relationship with him at a point right now where it should even matter that he's expecting a child.
Yes.
So I think that if anything, I would be more interested in seeing if he would lie about it. Because you having a kid that's not mine on the way is one thing, but you being a liar is a completely different thing.
That's right.
That will affect me.
Absolutely.
So that would be what I'm interested in. Let me see if this nigga gonna lie about it or not. And if I know you a liar, okay, cool. Thanks for dinner. It was very nice to meet you. Thanks for dropping me off. Go with God. But
yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Like I truly understand where you're coming from here, sis. But if you don't ask him about it, I don't really think you can like say anything about it. I would just want like, I'm gonna show you this Instagram. Is this you or not? Because I don't think you're even totally sure about that. And then let's just figure it the fuck out.
like, are you looking for a husband? Why not just have a good time? Like you don't have to.
Lord.
If he, seems like a cute date material, if he even seems like somebody where you wouldn't mind testing him out in bed, do that. Like you don't have to. You can literally then not talk to the nigga anymore if you find out that he's a liar or whatever. At least you a step ahead of the game.
You know what?
A lot of other people find out when it's too late.
Say it again, because too many of us are like,
damn, I already done gave this nigga some pussy.
Yes.
And now I like him. Fuck.
Yes. So it doesn't have to be that bad. Really just confront him about it now and then you can make the decision. But I personally I would refuse to date anybody who has a baby on the way. Cause you just got too much going on, and I'm 100.
You know what?
I'm 100% sure your baby mama is not with this shit.
On the way is the key word, because
Yes.
you do have a lot of shit going on.
You got a lot of shit going on.
Hit me maybe in a smooth 9-10 months.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
can go get a congratulatory cocktail.
Yes, after your baby has been born and that nigga has aired out and all that shit. But
Yeah.
nigga, on the way? Oh, no, sir. I don't have time for that. And of course, if he's lying about it, then that's even worse.
I mean, but then like he gonna be doing anything while it's on the way.
Woo!
At
Lord.
best, hopefully he buying Pampers.
You know, but maybe not if he's not even being honest with her. But girl, you don't even know the truth for yourself.
She not
you
going
have to
boneless,
find
y'all.
out. Yeah. You have to find out before you move forward. But I'm big on being like, hey nigga, I know what's up. So like, I'm just not calling you no more. Okay, bye.
I think it's
And
a
he'll be
blessing to
just
know ahead of time. Oh, so you're that kind of nigga? Cool. So if I'm going to
It
deal
really
with you,
is,
I know in
yes.
what capacity to do so.
Yes. Before you get your feelings wrapped up and involved in the
Totes
situation.
McGoats.
All right. Last question comes from Jody, who says, I've been with my boyfriend for 2 years. We have a great relationship. We come from very different worlds, but we have managed to find common ground. My boyfriend is a sweetheart and he feels the need to help everyone in his life. When he doesn't receive that same energy from friends and family, he gets upset and goes to a negative place.
Oh.
I am more like a you get what you give kind of person. And it's don't trust nobody all day. Recently, my boo loaned one of his childhood friends some money and the friend ghosted him. He was so upset about it, I suggested he go to therapy to figure out why he feels the need to please everyone in his life. He's been in therapy for a few months, and I can tell he's happier and more focused. However, now he doesn't want to do a lot of the cute gestures that made me fall in love with him. He no longer makes sure there are chicken wings at the house when I come home from a boozy brunch. He doesn't leave me a pre-roll when he has to work on Saturdays and all in the house.
Now, girl.
I literally get the bare minimum now, and I'm not feeling it. When I asked him what caused the change in behavior, he said his therapist told him that people should love him for who he is and not what he does for them. While I agree, I do a lot for my boyfriend. I do a lot for my boyfriend, so the actions and gestures are mutual. How do I tell him he needs to go to his old ways with me, or he can start fucking his therapist? Love.
Do we just get letters from people we disagree with?
Jody.
Like I haven't seen it.
Jody was like, I mean, it's fine that you stop doing shit for others, but bitch, not for
But what
me.
about me? I feel like this was like a plot on Step by Step or some shit.
You're like, wait a minute. I only want you
Where's
to
my
get to
pre-roll?
halfway. Right. What happened to my wings?
Sis, consider the fact that as you knew when you suggested he see a therapist, this nigga has been extending himself for people all his life, apparently. And his therapist likely said, why don't you take some time to do you, fulfill you, worry about you, focus on what makes you happy and feel good at the end of the day. You mad because this nigga ain't left you... The pre-roll moment really stuck with me.
Sis, right. Like, girl, I understand you love that he was so considerate. He had wings waiting on you when you came home from brunch and rolled something for you before you left. But those are relatively small things.
Yes.
And if he is getting now into the place where he's like learning that he needs to do things for himself and other niggas can kick rocks or get over it, then I think you have to give him a little grace to figure this out. Like, He's been a people pleaser all his life. He's just now starting to prioritize himself and his needs. So I would say, I would probably talk to him and be like, within the confines of this relationship, I love doing for you. I hope you don't mind doing for me. I hope you feel like it's mutual. But if he's like, I need to stop thinking 3 steps ahead for everybody else, then I think you just have to give him the space for that. Because it's not like he don't come home no more or he leave you on red for hours or whatever.
Right.
You mad because he's not anticipating your needs no more, which is real. But I think in this situation, knowing that he's in therapy and working through his shit, I would give him that grace.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so.
Right. Because, I mean, you already know this about him and I get where you're coming from and anything like that, but it doesn't seem like a conversation for now. And the things that you named, while just hilarious.
So funny, girl. They're so funny, sis.
They're just, like, I don't think that they're big enough things right now for you to be worried about the state of your relationship.
I agree. Like, let the man figure himself out. Let him figure out what a healthy balance is for him. And in the meantime, roll your own weed. When you're on your way home from your drunk ass brunch, order your own fucking wings. You'd be all right.
Yeah.
I think I would let it go, knowing all the things that you know about this situation. It's not like he stopped doing things for you out of nowhere, which I don't know why this made me think of this, but I tried to finish the first episode of this new season of Black Mirror.
Oh.
I told the girl in DC last week that I would watch it so we could talk about it this week, but I literally could not finish it.
Right.
Because knowing that this man was willingly cheating on his wife over and over really fucked with me.
Yeah.
To the point where when she started noticing, like, we haven't fucked in a while. This nigga is,
First of all, she was such a great performer.
Yeah, she
all
was
of them
great.
were.
But
that dinner scene. Oh wow, you made.
I didn't even get that far.
Right.
It really fucked me up because I kept being like, "Yo, just tell her that you're in this fucking game and whatever. Like, just be honest about it."
Then you didn't see how it ends.
I did not see how it ended.
You gotta finish it.
It triggered me so bad.
I feel you.
I was like, I can't look at this
want me
man
to tell you how it
cheating.
ends?
Yes, please do.
Spoiler.
I'm gonna put in a spoiler right here.
Okay. So basically, she and her husband have an agreement where it seems like on their anniversary, he gives her he gives her his ring or something like that. I can't remember, but they basically make an agreement where I think maybe she gives him her ring and the game or something. Basically, the agreement is that on their anniversary, she gets to go to the club and fuck whoever she wants to or meet whoever she wants to, and he gets to go into the video game and fuck homeboy.
Okay, I feel like that's very reasonable.
Yeah.
I love that.
I wish I could remember what the exchange actually was.
I just couldn't watch it.
But she gives him the game and she's like, I want that back in the morning.
Yeah.
And then she hits it to the club. You know what I'm saying? And he does whatever the fuck. That episode was quite strange.
It was weird.
It's Black Mirror. But,
right. So it's supposed to be weird. But it was difficult for me to watch because I'm like, dog, just be honest with her. It's pissing me off. So now that you've told me how it ends, I'll go watch it.
And you really see the effect of it on her. Right. And there's a moment where they're having dinner together. And she's really trying to confront him about what the fuck is going on. And she killed that performance.
Oh, God. Okay. I couldn't finish it. But now that I know how it ends, I will.
Yeah, Mama was like, bitch, all you needed to do was talk about this guy. No, niggas are so fucking stupid. Give me the goddamn game.
I couldn't finish it because I'm like, yo, the fact that he's being so dishonest with her is pissing me off. Texting this nigga and then trying to hide your phone and play like you sleep. Just be real with me.
And the other nigga just did not give a fuck.
We supposed to be planning another baby and here you go acting a whole ass. Like, it
my
just
nigga from American
me.
Soul. Wait, no, that's not a nigga from American Soul. He was in
Watch
Us. What did I see him in for the first time?
Oh, Us. Okay.
Yeah, he was the dad in Us. No, I mean, not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. The other
him
dad.
and Anna Joe. Okay, anyways. Yes.
Yeah, it don't matter. Good luck to you, sis. I feel like y'all can, all of you actually this week, I feel like y'all can figure it out as long as everybody is not, lying.
Right.
Which, may not be true.
I mean, who knows?
Good luck to you. If you have a question for The Read or for The Couch, send it to asktheread@gmail.com. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Hey, y'all. So we are here at the moment to talk to you about Article because they just recently released their 2019 outdoor collection with 3 distinct styles you'll be spending this summer in patio paradise. Article is the easiest way to buy beautiful modern furniture and save 30% over traditional prices. They cut out the middleman to sell their goods directly to you and keep prices low. That means no showrooms, salespeople, no retail markups. Article focuses on quality and construction, offering beautifully crafted contemporary pieces at fair prices. It's online furniture dedicated to modern aesthetic and Scandinavian simplicity, which always reminds me of Rhode Island, which makes me incredibly happy. Article offers fast, flat rate shipping to anywhere in the U.S. and Canada, starting at just $49 with free basic shipping on all orders over $9.99, and additional options for in-room delivery and assembly assistance. In-stock items will be delivered in 2 weeks or less, and you get 30 days to return or exchange. So listen, if you are out here moving and grooving and you want some new fly pieces, take a look at Article.
Yes, I'm actually looking at Article right now that they've let us know they have this new outdoor furniture stuff, because I would love to upgrade the furniture I have on my balcony. It's nothing special, but I would love something nicer.
Yes.
But if you're thinking, you're looking around your house like, oh girl, I need a new coffee table, I need a new bed, I want to do something jazzier with my entertainment center or whatever. Please go check out Article. They have so much really cute stuff, high quality. It looks great. And they're offering you $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more at article.com/read. That's article.com/READ. The discount will be automatically applied when you check out. So visit article.com/read to get $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more. We know when you're shopping for furniture, it's very easy to go over $100. Why not take $50 off of that, girl? That's what I'm saying. Get you something really cute, modern, fresh at Article. Let them know the Read sent you. Let's move on.
Hey, also, do not forget to turn your dreams, your ideas, your passions into a reality online with Squarespace, because they make it easier than ever to launch a passion project. You know, maybe you want to start a blog about all of the dumb things that your boyfriend says, or maybe you want to sell butters. I don't know.
I love butters.
But you can do all of the above and more. And not only that, you can do that with beautiful templates, great designs by some of the best designers on the net, and the ability to customize anything you can think of with a few clicks. It's just the easiest way that I have experienced in designing a website. Plus, they've got a powerful e-commerce functionality. So if you're selling things like your butters, you can do that. And they have analytics that will help you monitor and grow your site in real time. Everything is optimized for mobile right out of the box, which means that your website will look fancy on a smartphone or wherever without you having to figure out patching and ... and 1010. Also, buying domains is simple, and you'll get the help you need with Squarespace's 24/7 award-winning customer support. So if you do get lost, you have a question, if you want to just chat, you can. It's there. Squarespace empowers millions of people from all walks of life and businesses and careers, and makes it easy to turn great ideas into something real.
That's right. I am such a huge fan of Squarespace because they helped me get together our website. This is theread.com. Even though it's been a long time since I logged in and updated that, I definitely need to go do that. Yeah. But they made it easy when I did it is the point. And this nigga not finna go do it. So...
No. I don't even update my site, so.
Oh, God, I need to update mine as well. And I'm pretty sure that's powered through Squarespace, too. So head to squarespace.com/read to start your free trial. When you're ready to launch your site, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Again, that's squarespace.com/read. Offer code READ. Build something great with Squarespace and us. All right, let's wrap up the show.
Okay, so we're back with the read.
That's right. I don't really have a lot, so if you want to go first or whatever, it don't matter.
I only have two quick things to say.
Okay.
Number one, please stop asking female rappers who their favorite female rappers are. I don't care. I don't think most of us do. It doesn't matter as long as they are creating great music. And quite honestly, most of y'all are asking them this in a way to bait stans and other really foolish and impressionable people in creating online drama and back and forth so that you can get traffic to whatever your weird, stupid shit platform is. Stop it. You know that you're just trying to start trouble. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people who lack better things to do who will cause it, and it actually affects really talented, dope people for whatever reason or the next. It has happened with quite literally any female rapper that I can name, and it's annoying. Woo. Please just let these people make their music, their art, or do with the things that it is they want to do. If you don't like them, you literally don't have to pay any attention to it. There's
Facts.
that.
So true.
Next, I want to say a very mighty fuck you to Sarah B. Fabian. This is a white woman,
of course,
who works for the Justice Department, apparently, who went in front of some judges, and basically they were discussing the quote unquote safe and sanitary detention centers.
Woo! Don't get me started on that shit. Oh my God.
Sarah, and the person named Sarah. Sarah. I kind of feel like you were sent out there to speak for some far more calculating and evil people because they see that you don't know how to, and that you would be the face of this ridiculous, disgusting, and evil behavior. You're the one who is receiving death threats. Of course, I do not feel bad for you because I can't imagine how you would try to dance around questions like, do you really think that it's safe and sanitary to not have toothpaste or soap?
No, bitch, you
or
don't.
blankets for these children that you all have stripped away from their families. I don't know how you can even try to fix your mouth to dance around those questions or act like they aren't completely valid ones. And clearly you don't either, because you really didn't have much of any fucking thing to say, because you know, as well as anybody else with a functioning mind, that is complete bullshit, and this administration is fucking garbage and is going to hell in the hottest handbasket for it. Man, fuck you. I don't give a fuck about, the threats that you're getting. I don't give a fuck about how this is affecting you or your family. You're also the same person who apparently last year, when there was a discussion happening about bringing families back together that you all divided, where you apparently told someone you were unavailable for the hearing because you had to dog sit.
Lord.
Sarah, your name's Sarah. Like, don't be a Sarah. Like, what? Girl, fuck you. Fuck everybody that you work for, and fuck everybody that has anything to do with all of this. You're a complete idiot. I don't pity you. And I also don't pity Donald Trump and the rest of these bastards that are literally out here treating kids like animals.
It breaks my heart.
This country treats animals better.
It does.
Than they do black and brown
you can't
kids.
even say animals.
So I can't even say animals.
No, they treated them like they were black.
Fuck you, sis, honestly. And you can take that right back to whoever the fuck it is who told you should be the one. You knew that you shouldn't, and you did it anyway, and you looked the fool. So fuck you and your lineage. That's it.
Did you hear the story about the father and daughter who died after crossing the border? And the man had crossed with his little girl, like this baby, I don't know how old she was, probably 2 or 3. And he crossed with her at first and made it across safely. And then he was going to go back across for his wife. And the little girl panicked when she saw her daddy leaving her. So she jumped in the water. So naturally, he went back for his fucking baby. Yeah. And the current just swept them away and they drowned. And of course, the photo of their dead bodies has been all across media because y'all don't respect dead brown people.
Is what they were talking about.
I literally almost cried.
Did not hear this story.
Yeah, no, and don't look at the photo. Don't go look it up.
But I have heard a lot about people reacting to that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
And honestly, I feel like that just solidifies the whole thing because they had been in, I think, Puerto Vallarta for a long time. Because, and again, all of this directly goes back to Donald Trump. Donald Trump tries to act like it's the Democrats' fault for not changing the asylum laws. But this is Donald Trump's fault for acting like everybody who is seeking asylum is a criminal. It's actually very fucking legal to seek asylum. They have every legal right to do that. The fact that the Trump administration is not only holding these people, but separating children from their families is what is fucking barbaric about this. And knowing that this man and his baby died trying to get to safety, just in a country where we have more than enough space, we have more than enough resources. Y'all are just greedy and terrible.
And there are really people that do not have a problem with this, even when it's clear that people can't even explain or legitimize it.
Y'all know that children are sleeping under giant sheets of aluminum foil. Y'all know they have no soap, no toothpaste. There's an 8-year-old in charge of babysitting all the little kids, like
just because you don't scrub your calves, you nasty pieces.
Right. Doesn't mean the rest of us are fucking disgusting, girl. But even if them kids didn't wash their fucking legs, they deserve soap. It doesn't have to be the fucking Ritz-Carlton ass soap. It doesn't have to be nice shit. But they deserve toothpaste and soap, bitch.
These old,
oh my God,
old ass white folks.
It just pisses me off.
Are just like, how can you say that this is safe and sanitary when there's no toothpaste and these babies can't sleep?
Yeah. These judges are like, so look, girl, safe and sanitary is the rule here. It's been the rule for probably 20 years now. And I'm going to have to say no toothpaste and no soap kids sleeping on the floor under aluminum sheets, aluminum foil blankets. I'm going to have to go ahead and call that not safe or sanitary.
One of the white men was like, not giving them Egyptian thread count comforters.
Yes.
Okay, I can understand, but...
And that man, and I think somebody in the Trump administration was like, the cost of taking care of all these people is the same as, you know, a night at the Ritz-Carlton or the Hilton or whatever. And it's like, even if that is true, you're talking about the cost of taking care of God only knows how many people versus you and your privileged ass wife sitting up in some 5-star luxury hotel for one night. You know, you're talking about God only knows how many people, but also it should cost way more to take care of people because we should be better than this. The United States has more money than this. Y'all are just fucking awful. And that's really what it boils down to. It broke my heart to see that story. I literally could not look at the photo. I scrolled right past it when I was reading the news story because I could not deal with it. But my God, one day the children that Donald Trump has radicalized will rise up and take this country over, burn this bitch to the ground. And I ain't gonna do nothing but cheer them motherfuckers on. I'm gonna be like, that's right, girl. Take it all, bitch. Take it all. Because these people do not fucking deserve. It's so wrong what this administration is doing to these people. So I urge everybody to donate. Just do whatever you can to counteract this. Please, please, please start getting involved with this next election. We need to counteract all of the lies and foreign interference that your president has welcomed and said he wouldn't report to the FBI. And, you know, all this other shit. It's just so bad what's going on. And the idea that this can be done to children, separating little babies from their families. It's not even, I said on Twitter the other day, it's not even inhumane because inhumane is not a strong enough word.
It's just, right.
What y'all are doing to these children is unfathomable. It's unconscionable. It's like, it goes against what anybody who had any morals or values would do.
It's literally like the subject matter of like a fictional book. Yes. Like it sounds like the big bad that would be in some show.
It does. It sounds like this ultimate terrible villain shit. You know, like the very last level of Mario or whatever, like the hardest nigga. It's like because the worst shit you could possibly think of is getting thrown at you right now.
To
because
be treating
who does
people
this?
like this,
human
children
beings
included, and then go in front of anybody anywhere and try to like act as if it isn't monstrous.
Right.
I can't believe this is real life.
It's just so wrong.
And this is the alleged best country or what? Anyway,
girl, the lies. All right. So anyway, I know a couple of months back, maybe not even a couple of months, I talked about the abortion bans that were sweeping the country. Georgia had a really bad one. Then Alabama was like, bitch, I can do even better. Right. So we are seeing the results, or I guess the some of the fallback of that now. There is a 27-year-old woman from Birmingham, Alabama named Marsha Jones. Marsha has been indicted on a manslaughter charge because even though she did not kill her unbaby girl, authorities say that she initiated the dispute that led to the gunfire that led to the death of her unborn baby. Mm-hmm. So, hold on just a second. So, this is again part of the whole, we care more about the unborn than actual people who are here on this earth. This woman was 5 months pregnant. She was shot in the stomach. The unborn baby did not survive the shooting. But the authorities are choosing to blame the mother and saying that she initiated the fight and continued the fight. And so it's her fault that her baby is dead. Now, evidently the fight is about the baby daddy, and I'm guessing she and this other girl were going back and forth, and so it ended this way. So I just, I know that so many of y'all want to act like the fetus is the victim here, but charging the woman who was carrying this baby in its death when she did not actually cause the child's or this fetus's death is just, it's unreal how much y'all hate women. It's really unreal. And I think we knew that with these abortion bans and these crazy ass people in the legislature that this is what was going to happen. Like, I'm not even remotely surprised, but it's so fucked up. And this is why it is so important to get different people in office. People who actually, although in Alabama, I don't even know if you can find anybody who is like, you know, not totally against women, but it is just so fucked up what y'all are doing to people who are just like, I am sure that this girl being shot in the stomach and losing her baby, that trauma is more than enough.
And will affect her for literally all of her days.
And at first they indicted the 23-year-old girl who I guess shot, fired the shots in the first place, but the grand jury wouldn't indict her. So now they're going after the woman who was actually pregnant. And it's just like, you could just let, well enough be alone. You could let this terrible situation just be terrible and leave it at that. But no, you would rather cause further damage, further harm, further trauma to somebody, all in the name of the unborn. Meanwhile, had she given birth to this child, you would have called her some ghetto ass, black ass single mama who ain't doing nothing but shitting out kids and staying on welfare, eating up all the food stamps and using all your precious tax dollars or whatever the fuck else. It's like you literally cannot win either way. But what I do know is that this woman, Marsha Jones, does not deserve to be indicted for her child's death. Like, I'm sure that losing her baby is more than enough. And I need y'all to care more about people who are actually here, living and breathing and trying to thrive on this earth than you do about people whose potential has not even, started yet.
Especially given the fact that had Marche had this brown child, you wouldn't have given a fuck about their life at all.
In fact, you would have been trying to restrict that child's access to healthcare, to education, to food, to safe housing, to clean water. You would have been trying to do everything you could to make sure that child was marginalized its entire life. So it's kind of like, how about you mind your motherfucking business? But no, because y'all care more about a fetus than you do about people who are actually here. It's trash. Also, I know that you're like very strictly anti-train. You don't get on the fucking train, and I don't blame you. And I'm starting to feel like I need to be the same way. Because I was on the train the other day. MTA has these new ads up, and they're all about fare evasion. They're targeting people who don't pay the fare to get on the MTA. Okay. And so it is whole ass sign. You know how signs work, ads work in the train station. Yeah. So they have whole ass ads up all throughout the train cars that say things like, we would rather your $2.75 fare than ticket you $100 fine. And then like all the small print
That's not even true.
Just pay your fare. And then other things like, if you have to use a door to get into MTA instead of the turnstile, then don't hold it open for people behind you and all this other shit. Let me say, first of all, MTA, people are poor. People are poor.
This is New York.
No one is risking a $2.75 fare for a $100 ticket because they want to. If people can't afford to get on the train, there's a very good reason for that. It's not like this city has been able to keep up with the cost of living. It's not like everybody can afford to live comfortably in this city. If you are very rich, sure, you're great. But if you've been here all your life and you and your people have just been barely scraping together and barely making it, then girl, a $2.75 fare to go downtown, 5 fucking stops may not be worth it. You may not have it. And I personally have been in a position where I am scraping fucking pennies. I am pawning my laptop. I have been not just once, multiple times in this city. I've been in the position where I had to go pawn my laptop, get $125 from them people, spend $100 on my rent for the week, and use that other $25 to hopefully eat and get to work until I get paid again, and maybe I can get my laptop out of fucking pawn and pay my rent or whatever fucking else. Like, eventually. I have literally been there, before they sell my shit to somebody else. Right. I have literally been there before. And what people don't need is $100 fine when they cannot even afford a $3 fucking
especially
ride.
Especially when like the train in this city is not like some luxury or unnecessary option. Like, it is necessary for many, if not most, New York citizens to get where they need to go, like work, so that they can actually have money to pay for anything. Right.
Most people who are like sneaking onto the train, I actually don't know what they're doing. And you know what? I actually don't care.
Who cares?
Because the MTA turns a profit regardless, and I don't give a fuck about what all you bigwigs in New York State or wherever else have to say about people who are not paying the fucking fare. More people pay than don't. And God only knows how many tourists come here, put $50 on a Metro card.
They love getting a Metro card just so they can take it back to where they're from.
Yes. And they take their Metro card home with $25 on it, and the MTA just keeps that money for fucking ever. Girl, I do not care. The fact that y'all are acting like the big problem with MTA is people skipping the fare, and not the fact that y'all continue to raise prices on us while absolutely the fuck nothing improves in the train station is the real goddamn issue. We're still dealing with high traffic, like major 125th Street areas where the MTA runs, and niggas have to deal with the fucking elevator not working. Do you know what that means to disabled people who literally cannot go down the steps? If they can't get on the train, then they can't go nowhere. They have to either wait for the city bus to show up, which takes probably twice as long or 3 times as long to get somewhere, because the city bus stop every 2 blocks. Or you have to call Access-a-Ride and hope they show up on time. They probably not. And then, you know, God only knows what might happen to you. You might be sexually harassed or verbally harassed or whatever else.
MTA, if you have like ridden the train, been on the train around the city, you can tell that they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you will know when you're in an area that actually sees the MTA's money.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Because shit runs on time. You know, something's coming every 4 minutes.
Mama, they have Wi-Fi.
Clean. Oh, yeah.
You can charge your phone down there.
Oh, and not only that, there's whole stations where you can like not even have a Metro card. You just put your credit card in front of the scanner and it'll just charge you $3 and let you ride on in.
Some of the girls have malls.
All that shit.
Like,
all that shit.
All of that fancy
Y'all don't
good
give a fuck about people who really need the train. Like, I cannot get to work without the train.
Niggas don't even sweep the goddamn station. Fuck
whole
you.
Time that bitch is musty and nasty. Rats are partying and shit, you know, carrying big ass pieces of cake,
drinking
and pizza
Tierra's
and shit.
fucking Four Loko.
There you
just
go,
fucking around,
turning the fuck up. Like, god damn, man, y'all really don't care about the actual real people who make up this city. I am one of the bitches who just moved here and just happened to find success here and who loves this city. But I care way more about the people who have been here and who are being pushed out by gentrifiers, people who are just trying to make ends meet, and the city is doing everything they can to penalize them. Fuck you. You got police officer posted up in the fucking train station trying to see if niggas jump the turnstile. Let me tell you something about New York City. What I know for a fact is y'all got better shit to do than that.
Woo!
I know that for a fact, bitch. I know for a fact there is way more shit going on in this city.
On the to-do list, fare evasion shouldn't even be present.
Child, it should not even be a thing.
Like, girl, please.
Won't we? And they want you to feel sorry for them. We lose so much money.
You don't even spend that money on the train.
People who don't pay for the train. Right. So what are you even doing with that fucking money? Why is anybody at MTA making over 6 figures when people cannot literally get where they need to go in New York City? I understand MTA is New York State, not New York City. And MTA is governed by the state, not the mayor and all that. I really get it. But child, by far and away, New York City is the biggest city in this fucking state. By far and away, most of the resources for MTA come to us. So it should go without saying that like people who can't afford $3 to get to work or school or their baby's recital or whatever the fuck they have to do, like, girl, you have better shit to worry about. Leave poor people the fuck alone. People are poor. Focus on taxing the rich in a fair way. Focus on actually making improvements in the areas that need it the most.
They don't want to hear that.
Focus on more trains being on time.
No.
Focus on less trash on the tracks.
No.
Focus on why the fuck do we see these big ass mutant ass rats every time. I take the train probably 2 or 3 times a week. I do. Because it is cheaper and faster.
Yeah, sometimes it really is
Only when
a much
it is
faster option than taking a car driving.
When I come to the studio to record the show, when I come to the studio to record the show, it is faster and cheaper. It is both to get on the train.
I know that, and yet.
You're like, I'm not getting on the fucking train.
I hate it, and I'm not giving you my money.
Everybody hates it. Everybody hates it, but MTA has got to do better. Not for us, people who can afford to not take the train, but for people who can't. For people who literally need the train to get to work, to get things done.
To be able to do anything. To even possibly give you your $2.75.
Yes. The subway,
shut up.
The subway is not a luxury in New York City. It is a requirement to the point where if the subway is not running, you are not expected to go to work. Do you know that about New York City? If the subway is not running, you are not expected to make it to work.
When I first moved here and Hurricane Sandy tore all of this shit up and the train wasn't running some places, a lot of the girls were like, whoa! Because their bosses were not expecting them.
Yes. And I had started my job at MTV then that very week that Sandy hit. And so, of course, I, got on the bus and did all these transfers and walked a long way. It took me 2 hours to get to Times Square to my job at MTV. And when I finally got there was a grand total of 5 people in the building.
Right. Looking at you like, what?
Right. What are you doing, bitch? And I log into my email and my boss is in a conversation with everybody on our team like, hope everybody's at home because, bitch, I could be goddamn if I go to work. And I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Fuck MTNV. I'm at home.
The train is the lifeblood of this city. If it's not running, if the MTA is out, you're not expected to be anywhere. Like, I feel like even if you had a court date that day, they would be like, oh, well, the train is out. So, niggas ain't gonna make it.
And that shows you how much of a requirement it actually is for the people of this city.
So if people can't afford it, leave them the fuck alone.
Like,
I feel like it should not be that hard. Why is the city like that?
You're harassing people for these $2.75 or whatever, knowing good and goddamn well you're not spending this money on the people.
Right.
I would like for you to suck toes.
Right. You love talking about improvements, but bitch, where are the improvements? Where's the better service? Where's the cleaner stations? Where is any of the shit you claim this money is going to? It's literally fucking nowhere. So leave us alone, especially those of us who depend on the train and don't have any other alternatives but the train. Because y'all need us on the train and not in cars. Traffic in the city is bad enough.
Bitch.
Because it's constantly
I was just in it.
Hella celebrities in this city. None of them are getting on the fucking trains. And they and them, they're not getting on the goddamn train to go nowhere. The traffic is bad enough. If regular ass niggas start taking cars too, y'all gonna be fucked. You need people on the train, so maybe treat those of us who need the train a little bit better and understand that if people are jumping the turnstile or sneaking in through the handicapped door or whatever the fuck else, it's probably because they do not have the goddamn money for a $2.75 trip or a weekly card or a monthly card or whatever the fuck else, bitch. That's probably it. Huh?
You should honestly be honoring and tipping your fucking hats to them for even being brave enough to go down in that bitch that y'all don't maintain or give a fuck about.
Right. So that just really upset me when I saw it earlier this week. I actually wrote it down. I was like, I'm cussing MTA out this week on the show because y'all got me fucked up. Me and everybody else who takes the train like on a regular basis. Like, bitch, fuck you. People deserve better than this.
Do you know how often I thank God for even of all of the blessings being able to just take a car and just be like, girl, because I remember moments where I said to myself riding the train because it was my only option. If God ever gives me a day,
say it, friend,
I do not have to get on this raggedy, pungent bitch.
That's right, friend.
I won't. Like that feeling of buying a Metro card, knowing you have to, and they just raised it again, and there is nothing you can do about it. Nothing, because you have to take the fucking train, because you got shit to do and you have places to be, and you have no other choice, bitch. And so you have to give them your hard, black-ass earned money anyway, knowing they don't give a fuck about you or these trains.
That's right.
My heavenly Father. Fuck MTA.
That's so real. Like, I remember when we first moved here and we were doing this show, and even when we had like live shows and stuff, and you and I would have to travel, I would have to get up like 3 hours in advance so I could catch the one train from 191st Street, so I could go down to 125th, walk over to the bus, and take that bus that goes to LaGuardia, because I had to. I did not have
there was no
$35 to go to the fucking airport. I had
God
to
forbid you had to go to JFK, bitch. Where it's a flat ass rate.
And
it's like $60 now.
And I was smooth up in the Heights, bitch, 191st and Broadway. So that meant I had to take the one train, which stopped at everybody goddamn house.
Everybody's front yard.
Take that bitch all the way down to 96. Pray there's a express train going to 42nd. Transfer from the 2 or the 3 to the A, and then carry my ass on out to JFK. for another hour on the fucking train.
Bitch, you was probably late. I mean, you were probably early to so many goddamn
So much shit.
because you had to buffer just in case the train was playing one of its usual fuck ass games.
I take the train.
Please.
I take the train to therapy because my therapist is in Midtown, and I go in the middle of the day. So it's like Midtown in the middle of the day. I'm not taking a car down there. It's going to be longer and it's going to be more expensive. When it's longer and more expensive, I will get on the train.
Right.
But also, at the same time, I have to budget in an extra 15, 20 minutes just in case MTA is on their shit.
There's no choice.
There is no choice.
Because the train will just stop. And girl, nobody knows when it'll start again.
Girl.
Nobody knows when it'll start again. Like, we have been... Remember that time? I feel like that night that I had that thing at Cold Stone, like ages and ages ago.
Oh my God. I
remember when the train stopped that night?
Yes. Oh my God. That was like 4 different trains plus a walk and a transfer. It was so much.
The train, I feel like that was a night that the train stopped and we were sitting there for like 20 fucking minutes before it started again. And that's just it. There's no apology. There's no my bad, bitch. I know you probably got shit to do. Are you tired?
Nope.
There's just nothing but, hey, bitch, make sure you run us our money.
Yes.
Fuck you.
So fuck you, Andrew Cuomo, and anybody else who feels like it's more appropriate to villainize poor people who can't pay the fare instead of actually making the MTA work more for the people who live in New York City. I know MTA is for the whole state, but it's got to be 98% of MTA activity comes through New York City.
Flat out.
Got to be. Nigga, it's like 9-10 million of us in this one city. And probably, 15 million in the whole state. Like...
I don't feel like that's far. I feel like at least the ratio.
Right. It just is really fucked up. And so when I saw that, it made me so mad. Like, girl, I'm sorry. There are 19.5 million people in New York. But half of those people live in New York City.
There you go.
So act like you have some goddamn sense. And that's it. I'm done.
You know what? You worry about getting your $2.75.
Tell them again.
When a bitch don't have to get on the fucking train, dodging rats flying out of Doritos bags and pigeons just randomly being on the train too. How the fuck did you get on the train, pigeon? How did you get on the train?
That nigga, because he didn't pay his fare. That nigga,
you came all the way underground. And did your nigga live in BX? Like, who are you going to visit?
And it's easier to take the train than to fly all the way down there, bitch. Obviously, bitch.
My wings be tired, bitch. Why don't you mind your fucking nigger business?
And you know what we do? Ride the train with pigeons and rats because they got somewhere to be as well.
First of all, we been here, so fuck y'all. Like, you're in my house, bitch.
I just am so tired of rich people acting like poor people are the issue when really y'all's greed
when
is
you're
the fucking
lit,
issue.
my God.
And that applies to so many different situations.
Fuck.
Damn, fuck y'all completely. Woo! All right. That wraps up this week's episode of The Read. Check us out on social media at This Is The Read. Our website is thisistheread.com. Don't forget about ThreadUp, the world's largest online consignment and thrift store. They make it super easy to stay on trend and on budget, all from the comfort of your own home. You never have to pay full price again, and you can shop guilt-free with ThreadUp. Get an extra 30% off your first order at threadup.com/read. Let me spell it out for you. THREDUP.com/READ for an extra 30% off today. Terms apply. Go check them out. And I guess, just thank you so much to everybody who came out to the show in DC.
Yeah, DC, you're so great all the time.
You guys, like I said it there, but I feel like DC has to be our second most visited city because y'all always show so much love and we always have such a great time when we're there. So
it also reminds me of Moesha for some reason. I feel like Moesha would have lived.
Moesha would have went to Howard.
Yeah, like I feel like adult Moesha lives in DC.
100%. Absolutely. She works for the government. She comes home and bitches about Donald Trump every day and how he's, limited the budget of her department or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she and Q are just having a great life on U Street somewhere.
Probably.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, DC, for coming out.
Thanks for all of the suggestions also for Black-owned dispensaries.
Yes. Sorry that your dispensary experience didn't go the way it should.
We'll be back.
And we absolutely will. So, and you have a very fancy, important, cute party coming up this weekend.
Yes, 305 Live is on Sunday. That is June 30th. Happy Pride weekend for those of y'all who are coming out here to do the rainbow thing. We're going to have a great time. For those of you who will be there, we'll update you on the door ticket situation ASAPually. But if you do have a ticket and you're going to be there, you can expect to hear Megan. You can expect to hear Trina.
That's right.
You can expect to hear Megatron. You can expect to hear maybe some Rico Nasty.
Oh, yes.
And, maybe we'll even play that press song for those of you who enjoy it. The things,
Who's DJing?
DJ Queen of Spades is
Queen of Spades will play Megatron.
DJ Dimples.
And Dimples is coming too.
Yes.
Amen.
So it's going to be a great time. I'll probably be pouring Douce down some of your throats because I'm inspired by Megan Thee Stallion, single or not.
Yes, I want to drive the boat.
Yeah, I'm done. That's going to be a thing.
Thank you so much.
Also, we'll be at the Essence Festival.
We will. I'm actually so excited. I love Essence Fest. There's so much going on that weekend. So if you are going to be in New Orleans that weekend, bitch, we will also be there. July 5th, Essence After Dark in New Orleans, Louisiana. You can get your tickets, not tickets.
Yep.
Their tickets, girl, July 5th, 6:30 p.m. at the Orpheum Theater. Tickets available at thereadlive.com. To get that link, it will take you straight on to Ticketmaster. But there's so much going on that weekend, so many dope people to come see, and etc. We will talk more about it, of course. But
I just can't wait to go to Cafe Du Monde.
Oh God, and we just gonna fuck up our beignets and drink our coffee and be high as fuck. That one Cafe Du Monde that's open 24 hours, we'll be there. I love New Orleans with all my heart and soul. Y'all know how I feel about it. It's a perfect city.
Magical place.
Oh my God.
Honestly, the United States of America doesn't deserve New Orleans.
You're right about that.
It doesn't. New Orleans needs to gain independence somehow.
That's why I screamed when Solange said she was moving there.
Right. It's just a magical place. The food, the culture, the landscapes, the architecture, the niggas, the accent.
Yes. I saw some tweet from a New Yorker the other day, some northerner, who said something like, it's National Praline Day. If you like pralines, just know you lying about it.
Mouth.
And I'm like, bitch, first of all, pralines are a goddamn delicacy. How dare you act like people are lying about liking pralines? Me
discover pralines.
When you had never had one before.
Yes.
So when you tasted that praline goodness, you were like, oh my God, that shit fucked you up.
Absolutely. It did.
You weren't ready for that. So when I saw that tweet, I was like, this is some northerner who don't have no
You don't even know what
stick to bagels and pizza, sis, because what you don't know is pralines.
Shut your mouth. Quite honestly, be quiet.
There's so many great things coming out of New Orleans, and we cannot wait to see y'all there for Essence. It is going to be a great time. All right. Anything else this week, friend?
I think that's about it, but I don't really have a life hack. I just wanted to say, Lord, I don't know what your plans were when you allowed Nabisco to create carrot cake Oreos. I feel like this has something to do with discipline for me. I don't know what it is that you meant, or you mean bringing carrot cake Oreos into my life. I've already smashed the whole box.
I was about to say, how is it? I've never heard of this.
Bitch.
Oh God. I have to have it.
Carrot cake Oreos are now top 2 Oreo for me, and they are not
you serious?
number 2. If you like carrot cake,
I love carrot cake.
First of all, if you don't like carrot cake, I don't trust you. Stay away from me. I don't. Do you enjoy cake? You're just not okay.
Do you know what cake is?
What if? Okay, nigga, delicious.
I'm so excited.
Delicious.
Oh my God. I absolutely have to try it. I'm just
sham fucking wow.
Hallelujah and amen.
My God. I just have to now try. I just have to pray now that I don't ever find another one. Because I cleaned that fucking tray out. Are you kidding me?
Did you eat a whole bag of them?
Yes. In one night.
Friend, what?
So good. Lord, I don't know what you mean or what you're doing, but thank you regardless.
So I'm going to make it my personal mission to bring you some. I'm going to find them and I'm going to gift them to you. You're welcome in advance.
Okay.
All right, guys. We will see y'all next week.
Goodbye.